Good afternoon, and welcome to the Excellence in Broadcasting Awards for 2001. The Excellence in Broadcasting Awards is sponsored by the Wisconsin Broadcasters Association to recognize outstanding achievement by Wisconsin radio and television broadcasters. The competition was established to encourage the highest standards of reporting, community service, and production creativity. It brings the ultimate prize, peer recognition, to members of the broadcast industry in Wisconsin. We also wish to take this opportunity to thank the Miller Brewing Company for making this afternoon's program possible. To ensure the broadest participation and recognize the widest range of accomplishments, the WBA Awards Committee has created 12 different news, sports, community and public affairs, and production award categories for each of 3 market sizes in both radio and television. Today's presentation recognizes the best of Wisconsin radio and television broadcasting in those categories. Our first category is Spot News. In Spot News Major Market Television, the best of 2001 goes to WISN TV Milwaukee for Antique Shop Fire, Jason DeRusha reporter, Pat Doland and Carrie Edwards photographers. In Spot News Medium Market Television, the Best of 2001 award goes to WLUK-TV Green Bay for Morning Glory Plane Crash, an effort of the entire news staff of WLUK-TV. In Small Market Television, the Best of 2001 is WAOW-TV Wausau for A Nation Prays, an effort of the entire news staff of TV9.
Well, you know, folks in the newsroom have been watching the TVs, glued to the TVs. People have been listening to the radios, and all across the nation, from New York to Washington, and even here in north central Wisconsin, people are trying to come to terms with what has happened, and they're searching for answers about what happened. And, you know, it may be some time, but all eyes in our area are focused on it.
And Newsline 9's Eric Morotek was out and about today talking to folks in Wausau as they were trying to get as much information as possible. Eric, what do you have?
Well, after all this time, only a little bit more is known about the terrorist attacks. And while those attacks didn't stop the downtown from all of its activity, things did slow down some. At Sears in the Wausau Center Mall, there's been a constant ebb and flow of people as they came by the television department to get an update. Every set on the wall or the shelves is tuned to the continuing coverage. Reactions on the faces of those watching range from shock to horror, even sympathy. For many of them, the question is, what will happen next?
In Spot News Small Market Radio, the Best of 2001 award goes to WTCH-AM Shawano for Relief is Unbelievable. Thank you. Doug Erdman, reporter. In Spot News Medium Market Radio, the Best of 2000 award goes to WHBY-AM Appleton for 9/11, 5 o'clock news. Ed Walter, anchor reporter. Ray Waiter, reporter. In Spot News Major Market Radio, the Best of 2001 is WTMJ-AM Milwaukee for Attack on America by the WTMJ radio news staff.
We got a big story breaking in New York.
CNN reporting that a plane, perhaps a 737, has crashed into the World Trade Center about 20 to 20 stories from the top of the World Trade Center building in New York, smashed right into it. Video we're seeing.
150 to 200 feet wide. Oh my God!
Oh,
the next building
there's another one.
Oh my God! Oh my God!
Another plane just...
A huge fireball has just exploded on one side of the World Trade Center. This is John Belmont at WTMJ. We got to interrupt now because we're getting more information out of Washington.
We told you a few minutes ago that there was smoke and an explosion at the Pentagon. Associated Press now confirming a plane has crashed into the Pentagon.
The second building that was hit by the plane has just completely collapsed. The entire building has just collapsed as if a demolition team set off.
The north building at the World Trade Center in New York is gone. It has collapsed, but when you've got New York and Washington involved, you know something serious is going on in this apparent terrorist attack on the United States of America.
Our second category is Hard News Story. In Hard News Major Market Television, the Best of 2001 goes to WITI-TV Milwaukee for Hidden Camera Plumbing Investigation. Katrina Cravey, reporter. Lisa Campagna, producer. In hard news, small market television, the best of 2001 is WKBT-TV La Crosse for Sarah Binder, Lisa Klein reporter, Charles Odsma photographer. In hard news, medium market television, the best of 2001 award goes to WBAY-TV Green Bay for Capital Confrontation, Natalie Arnold reporter, Steve Cady photojournalist.
Democrat my entire life, but this year I'm voting against Lee Meyerhofer, even though he's a Democrat, because he's also a wife beater.
A Republican-funded group called Project Vote Inform produced the radio ads. It says it got the material for the political commercials from a domestic abuse hearing involving the Meyerhofers, outlined in this transcript. Project Vote Inform said it received the transcript anonymously in the mail. Natalie Arnold joins us now to tell us more of just what exactly happened today. A wild day for you.
It was very wild. That confrontation today was completely unexpected. We've been investigating who exactly got the Meyerhofer transcript. Today we went to Madison to finally get an answer to that question, but we found out just how hard that can be.
Can you please tell me why you were secretly involved in that?
It was a confrontation down a Capitol building hallway that actually started more than 100 miles away 3 months ago at the Outagamie County Courthouse. There and then, we asked court reporter Laura Call to tell us who requested the Meyerhofer transcript from her.
In hard news, major market radio, the Best of 2001 award goes to WTMJ AM Milwaukee for Abuse of Power. Russ Kirkpatrick, producer, reporter. In hard news, medium market radio, the Best of 2001 award goes to WFDL-FM Fond du Lac for Gun Down. Greg Stensland, reporter. In hard news, small market radio, the Best of 2001 award goes to WDDC-FM Portage for Coots Civil Verdict. Susie Seeley, reporter.
A Poinet man convicted of killing his wife and hiding her body will owe his children $926,000 in the wrongful death lawsuit against him. A jury of 3 women and 9 men returned with the award this afternoon after 3 hours of deliberations and a day and a half of testimony. In their decision, Daniel Coots will owe his 10-year-old daughter and his 7-year-old son each $350,000 for the loss of society and companionship of their mother. That's the maximum amount that state statute allows. The ruling also provides that his daughter will receive over $96,000 and his son $129,000 for the pecuniary or financial losses that Beth Coots would have contributed to their lives had she not died. During a recess when Coots was still on the stand, Beth Coots' brother, Greg Falk, charged the witness stand but was stopped by Columbia County Sheriff's detectives and was escorted from the courthouse. Before he left the room, he yelled at Coots to tell his children where their mother was.
Our third category is feature story. In feature, small market television, the Best of 2001 award goes to WXOW-TV La Crosse for Handy. Chris Stauffer, producer reporter, Mark Bronson, photographer. In feature, medium market television, the Best of 2001 award goes to WGBA-TV Green Bay for Kraut King. Steve Russell, reporter, Nate Garrett, photographer. In feature, major market television, the Best of 2001 award goes to WITI-TV Milwaukee for The Brain Killer. Bob Siegel, reporter, Diane Carbonara, producer.
He was so healthy and strong, always. He was just a very wonderful person and my best friend.
Jim Miles of Oconomowoc died 2 years ago. It's how he died that's so hard for his wife to understand. The first sign something was wrong came when Jim started getting dizzy and slurring his speech. He went to the emergency room where a doctor told Jim he was drunk.
And I tried to tell this doctor, no, he's not. Something's wrong with his speech, and something's wrong, period. He's not had too much to drink, but they sent him home.
Within a few weeks, Jim couldn't walk. He couldn't speak. He couldn't count or read or hear.
They knew something was wrong, but all the tests showed nothing.
A doctor at the Mayo Clinic finally told Pam Miles what was wrong with her husband.
He said, it's Creutzfeldt-Jakob. You've heard of that, haven't you? I said, no. He said, well, you've heard of mad cow disease. I said, yes. He said, it's the same thing.
In feature medium market radio, the Best of 2001 award goes to WIZM AM La Crosse for Naked Slip and Slide Thieves. Wendy Moore, reporter. In feature major market radio, the Best of 2001 is WTMJ AM Milwaukee for Gen Con, The Final Frontier. Rob Hart, writer-reporter. In feature small market radio, the Best of 2001 award goes to WBEV AM Beaver Dam for Christie's Moments. Bob Nelson, writer-reporter.
She met with celebrities and sports stars during her brief life, but more importantly, 11-year-old Christy Arthur of Beaver Dam showed others how to make the most of life. Christy died Wednesday morning at the UW Hospital in Madison from the brain cancer she had bravely fought over the last year and a half. Thursday, Christy's mother, Jamie Johnson, returned to Jefferson Elementary School, where Christy attended classes until she was too ill. A couple months earlier, Christy had been there to tell classmates she was going to die. Jamie gave away 45 stuffed animals belonging to Christy. Messages to Christy were attached to helium-filled balloons and released outside the school. Jamie says Christy had become comfortable with her impending death.
She wasn't afraid at all. She knew where she was going to go and that she wouldn't be sick when she got there, and that gave us all a lot of comfort when she went to sleep on Tuesday, and we pretty much knew that she wouldn't wake up until she woke up in heaven. That gave us just a piece of comfort.
Our fourth category is mini documentary or series. In mini documentary or series for major market television, the Best of 2001 award goes to WITI-TV Milwaukee for Sex in the Park. Bob Siegel, reporter. Ernesto Santiago, photographer. In mini documentary or series small market television, the Best of 2001 is WKBT-TV La Crosse for On the Meth Trail. Jim Winchester, reporter. In mini documentary or series medium market television, the Best of 2001 is WBAY-TV Green Bay for Target 2, Drunk Drivers. Natalie Arnold, reporter. Bill Kumbalik, photojournalist.
We found out what judges do here is very different from what judges do in other parts of the state.
Hold the tip of your right index finger, touch the tip of your nose. Put it back, keep your eyes closed though.
What might seem amusing
W, X, Y, and Z.
even pathetic, is in its harshest reality dangerous and in some cases deadly. These are the people who lost their lives because of repeat drunk drivers, lives the state legislature wanted to save by letting judges send 5-time offenders to prison. But the judges still have a choice: send them to prison or send them to jail with work release privileges. What our Target 2 investigation shows is surprising. According to the sentences Target 2 reviewed in Brown, Manitowoc, Outagamie, and Winnebago counties, only 26% of 5-time drunk drivers went to prison, 1 out of 4. That compared to southeastern Wisconsin, where the Milwaukee Journal Sentinel reports 72% went to prison.
In mini documentary or series large market radio, the Best of 2001 award goes to WTMJ AM Milwaukee for Smallpox, a Real Threat. Russ Kirkpatrick, reporter. In mini documentary or series small market radio, the Best of 2001 award goes to WBEV AM Beaver Dam for Farming, The Span of a Generation. Jennifer Walters, producer, writer, reporter. In mini documentary or series medium market radio, the Best of 2001 award goes to WIZM AM La Crosse for Smullock Murder. Wendy Moore, producer, writer.
A La Crosse mother will bury her son Friday. The blinds are closed on a home where 16-year-old Jeffrey Smullock, also known as Jeffrey Rhodes, used to live. Visitors are coming in and out to console his mother, Patricia Rhodes. Pastor Leroy Bell says Patricia and her family aren't ready to talk.
Right now, they're just trying to deal with everything, that has come about, and trying to make the best of it as well as they can, and they're waiting to see what develops more with the police.
Visitation for Jeff is Friday at the Apostolic Church from 10 to 12 with a service to follow. How does the mother of one of the defendants feel?
Sad, scared.
Connie Gregory's son Gary is one of the 4 teens facing murder charges. Connie didn't have a chance to talk to her son before he was arrested early yesterday morning.
Our 5th category is feature-length documentary. In feature-length documentary for major market television, the best of 2001 is WMVS TV Milwaukee for A Day in the Life of Milwaukee. Dan Jones, producer. In feature-length documentary medium market television, the best of 2001 goes to Wisconsin Public Television for Food Fight, Wisconsin's biotech crops. Kathy Beeson, executive producer. Liz Corner, producer. Mike Eicher, editor. In feature-length documentary small market television, the best of 2001 is WXOW-TV La Crosse for When Sirens Sound, an effort of the News 19 forecast team.
When the sirens sound, you're busy gathering your family heading into the basement. At the same time, a whole network of people are out in the storm, putting their lives on the line to make sure you get that advance notice. They're called Skywarn Spotters. The most destructive storm on the planet, an F5 tornado ripped through Barneveld, Wisconsin with no warning. Within seconds on the night of June 7th, 9 people died. Only by dawn's light, those that survived could see what little was left. Everything was gone, including the home of Nowtoma resident Rita Scholke.
I don't want to see people go through what we went through. I know you can't stop the storms. You can't stop them, but you can help people be prepared.
So now, whenever a severe storm is possible, Rita is out looking for it. No matter if it's 2 a.m. or 2 p.m., she's out studying the skies, making sure the sirens sound if need be. No, she's not a tornado chaser. She's a lifesaver.
In feature-length documentary Small Market Radio, the Best of 2001 award goes to WLKG-FM Lake Geneva for Lakeview's magazine, Attack on America. Barb Kwiatkowski and Brenda Dean hosts, Tom Kwiatkowski producer. In feature-length documentary Large Market Radio, the Best of 2001 award goes to WUWM-FM Milwaukee for The Man and His Music, Marvin Gaye, a collaboration of Robin Cherry and Adam Friedrich. In feature-length documentary Medium Market Radio, the Best of 2001 award goes to WHBY-AM Appleton for Hudson Sentencing. Ed Walters, producer, reporter.
All of society has suffered a loss by the loss of Shanna. She loved life more than anyone I know of and did not deserve to die.
Shanna is every parent's dream. That is every parent's nightmare.
You are detestable. You are evil. Society needs to be protected from you.
Shanna Van Dijnhoven's family and the judge speak out against the man convicted of murdering the young Kaukauna jogger in a remote area of the city last summer.
Who am I? I am Shanna Van Dijnhoven. My favorite color is green because to me this color represents nature, the trees, the grass, and the rainforest.
My hope is that you live with this deed, the death of that innocent person, the hurt to her family and friends for the rest of your natural life, and that it makes you uncomfortable and makes you suffer every one of those days. Therefore, I sentence you as follows. The total length of your sentence for count 1 is life imprisonment.
Our 6th category is Best Use of Video on Television and Best Use of Audio on Radio. In Best Use of Video Small Market Television, the Best of 2001 is WEAU-TV Eau Claire for Energy, Steve Betchkall, videographer Scott Beatty, editor. In Best Use of Video Medium Market Television, The Best of 2001 is WBAY TV Green Bay for Honored Grad, Bill Jartz, reporter, John Devroy, photojournalist. In Best Use of Video Major Market Television, the Best of 2001 goes to WISN TV Milwaukee for Sailing into History, Nick Bohr, reporter, Lorraine Wall, photojournalist.
100 years past her era, the Dennis Sullivan lives, a link to the past.
Ready on the peak.
A dozen crew members, both paid and volunteer, working as one. It builds a camaraderie that in this age can be as rare as the Sullivan herself.
Oh, give an exhausted old man a break!
It's a trip back to a time of hard work, spelled by a leisurely pace, slipping out of the daily hustle and watching the world go by.
I think it's the most important experience somebody could have if they really want to understand the water and the ocean, is to come out on a vessel like this and study it for just a brief period of their life.
There are stops along the way, too. The schooner may no longer be the workhorse of the Great Lakes, but the Dennis Sullivan still reigns in style.
In Best Use of Audio Medium Market Radio, the Best of 2001 award goes to WAYY AM Eau Claire for Anti-Drowning Bags, Jerry Curtis, producer-reporter. In Best Use of Audio Small Market Radio, the Best of 2001 award goes to WDMP-FM Dodgeville for God Bless the USA, Kenny J., producer. In Best Use of Audio Major Market Radio, the Best of 2001 award goes to WTMJ-AM Milwaukee for Veterans Day Renewed, John Byman, reporter.
The sights and sound of a parade return to Milwaukee on Veterans Day. People old and young came to remember veterans, and some came with a message.
It says, bend over Bin Laden, the USA is on the way.
Mike Goldberg says vulgar? Well, maybe, but that's his raw emotion.
It's just a gut feel, you know, we got hurt, and it's time that we get back, because he did an awful thing to us, and this man does not deserve, to be walking the streets today.
As for Mike's kids, raw emotion maybe, but understandable.
I said bring him here, and we throw bananas at his face. Then we take all these bats and start whacking him over the head and see who killed him.
Our seventh category is editorial commentary. In editorial or commentary for television, the Best of 2001 is WISC-TV Madison for Wisconsin or Illinois. Neil Heinen, editorial director.
A healthy environment, good schools, the Wisconsin idea, the progressive tradition. We are proud of those attributes that define the state of Wisconsin, and always included in those attributes, good, clean government. No more. Our state government now is no different than a dozen other states where law is the art of the deal, and deals are controlled by party machines, called caucuses in Wisconsin, and party machines are controlled by all-powerful leaders, and those leaders listen only to those with money in hand. The last two budget sessions were unheeded warnings. This budget session is the last straw. We have nothing to boast about anymore. There's nothing to be proud of. Thanks, Senator Koala. Thanks, Speaker Jensen. Thanks to you, Wisconsin government, once a national model, is now an embarrassment. There's been a lot of talk about changing the state flag. Here's a suggestion. We used to be the antithesis of Illinois. Now, we're the same as Illinois. With one exception, the Illinois legislature has already passed its budget and gone home.
In editorial or commentary for radio, the Best of 2001 award goes to WKTY-AM La Crosse for The War of 1812 Overture. Brad Williams, writer, commentator.
Anyway, another traditional song at 4th of July concerts is this familiar number. the 1812 Overture. I heard La Crosse Symphony conductor Amy Mills say no Independence Day concert would be complete without the 1812 Overture, but some Scrooge was quoted in the media last week saying bah humbug to that. One symphony musician says there's no point in playing that song to celebrate America because it's not about our War of 1812, it's about Russia's war with Napoleon, and it's by Russian composer Tchaikovsky. This man said the only reason it gets played so much on the 4th is because you get to shoot cannons at the end, so it's like fireworks. So what's wrong with that? People like hearing the William Tell Overture, and they don't care that it's from an Italian opera about a Swiss hero. To us, it means the Lone Ranger. Hey, it's a free country, and that's what we're celebrating. If you celebrate being an American by listening to Russian music or William Tell, well, I won't tell if you won't. Hi-yo, red, white, and blue, away!
Our 8th category is sports reporting. In sports reporting small market television, the best of 2001 is WAOW-TV Wausau for Cancer Wrestler, Gary Brylowski, reporter. In sports reporting medium market television, the Best of 2001 award goes to WMTV Madison for Shayna Martin, Could It Happen to Me? Jeremy Woods, reporter. Jeremy Nichols, photographer, editor. In sports reporting major market television, the Best of 2001 is WTMJ-TV Milwaukee for Bucks Playoff Extra by the WTMJ sports staff.
It's been 30 years since the Bucks won their only NBA championship, and we've heard an awful lot about 1971. But what about 1974? That was the last year the Bucks made it to the NBA Finals. Despite numerous injuries, the 1973-74 Bucks posted a 59-23 regular season record, winning the Midwest Division title. They started the season 15-1. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was MVP of the league, averaging 27 points per game. The most costly injury was to guard Lucius Allen in March. He was lost for the playoffs, and John McLaughlin was hobbled also in the playoffs. The Bucks opened the postseason with a 4-1 smashing of the Lakers. Then they swept the rival Chicago Bulls in 4 straight games for the Western Conference title. The Bucks met the Boston Celtics in the 1974 NBA Finals. It was a series dominated by the road team. The home team lost 5 of 7 games. The series is best remembered for this Kareem skyhook, with the Bucks facing elimination in a double overtime Game 6.
Oscar Robertson throws to Kareem. 7 seconds. Tinkle. The skyhook. Kareem with a big pressure shot.
In sports reporting major market radio, the Best of 2001 is WTMJ AM Milwaukee for winners, whiners, and losers. Dan Kyle, producer, writer, reporter. In sports reporting medium market radio, the Best of 2001 award goes to WGEE AM Green Bay for Red Eye Review, Mark Daniels, reporter. In sports reporting small market radio, the Best of 2001 award goes to WTCH AM Shawano for Remembering Dad, Vince Lombardi Jr. Ed Monroe, reporter.
I would say that the quality of each man's life is the full measure of that man's personal commitment to excellence and to victory, whether it be football, whether it be business, whether it be politics or government. The words of Vincent T. Lombardi Sr., legendary coach of the Green Bay Packers. His son Vince Jr. was in the region last week, signing copies of his book, What It Takes to Be Number One, Vince Lombardi on Leadership. I asked him what it was like growing up with a famous father.
Well, it wasn't a whole lot different than what his players experienced. My dad was, he was what he was. He was the same at home as he was with his players. So, he was firm, he was demanding. And then when he went with the Giants, people began to, the Giants were big. And so then you kind of became aware of, gee, this guy may be somebody special, who also was my father. So.
Our 9th category is community affairs activity. In community affairs activity major market television, the Best of 2001 is WISN-TV Milwaukee for Children First, Street Smart Kids. Rita Hagen-Alamzam, executive producer. Jill Bishop, community affairs director. In community affairs activity small market television, The Best of 2001 is WEAU TV Eau Claire. For United Way, a stronger community. Emily Edwards, coordinating producer. In Community Affairs Activity Medium Market Television, the Best of 2001 award goes to WISC TV Madison. For United We Stand, a combined effort of the staff and management of WISC TV and over 90 other media companies in southern Wisconsin.
We can do something with a singular voice and with a common message and have a powerful impact on the communities we serve. That was the vision David Sanks shared when he gathered representatives from southern Wisconsin media companies. He requested that they unite on one day with one message and with one mission to support the United Way's September 11th Relief Fund.
On Thursday, October 11th, South Central Wisconsin media companies will stand united with one message, one mission.
Live broadcasts from Easttown, Westtown, and Janesville malls will help support the United Way September 11th Relief Fund.
Please stop by to make a donation or call the United Way's donation line. You can also click on the links of any of our station's websites.
Working side by side, we can all do our part to show how Wisconsin cares.
Watch News 3 and a special 6:30 show for United We Stand live reports.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Mark Kane.
And I'm Katie Tsai. United We Stand is a joint effort of more than 90 media outlets and businesses, television stations, radio stations, most area newspapers. We put all competition aside just for this one day and this one effort.
In Community Affairs Activities Small Market Radio, the Best of 2001 award goes to WRPN AM Ripon for helping the Ripon United Way, an effort of the entire management and staff of WRPN. In Community Affairs Activity Major Market Radio, the Best of 2001 award goes to WTMJ AM Milwaukee for Teddy Bear Patrol, Jonathan Green, Brenda Vento, and the staff of WTMJ's The Greenhouse. In Community Affairs Activity Medium Market Radio, the Best of 2001 award goes to WEZY FM Racine for Domestic Violence, Don Rosen, writer-producer, Leah Fritz, talent.
Family violence under any circumstances is unacceptable. Easy 92 has put together a personal safety plan for you and your children. The pamphlet tells you how to handle an explosive domestic situation, when and how to leave, how to get a protective order, and who to call for help. Pick up your domestic violence brochure in Racine during October, Stop Family Violence Month, at both locations of Personal Touch by Julie, 5445 Spring Street and 4060 North Main Street, both Aurora Healthcare complexes on Washington Avenue, and at the information desk at Regency Mall. Remember, nobody deserves to be beaten.
Our 10th category is Public Service Announcement. In Public Service Announcement Medium Market Television, the Best of 2001 award goes to WBAY TV Green Bay for Show Your Heart, Do Your Part, Chris Hibben, videographer. In Public Service Announcement Major Market Television, the Best of 2001 is WISN TV Milwaukee for Children First campaign, Jill Bishop, writer-producer, John Eddy, videographer. In Public Service Announcement Small Market Television, the Best of 2001 is WEAU TV Eau Claire for American Heart Association Partnership. Emily Edwards, producer, Keith Groen, videographer.
Cardiovascular disease is the #1 cause of death in America and in every Wisconsin county, but it doesn't have to be. With education, awareness, and a commitment to a healthy lifestyle, people can make a change. That's why the American Heart Association is fighting heart disease and stroke, and why TV13 has partnered with the organization's Northland affiliate to let Western Wisconsin know that cardiovascular disease and stroke can be overcome. Log on or call today to find out what you can do to help fight heart disease and stroke.
In Public Service Announcement Small Market Radio, the Best of 2001 award goes to WXRO-FM Beaver Dam for Beaver Dam Tobacco Free, Jim Stowell, writer-producer. In Public Service Announcement Large Market Radio, The Best of 2001 award goes to WTMJ AM Milwaukee for The Sports Rhyme, written and produced by Jim Gillis, recorded by Jim and Lauren Gillis. In Public Service Announcement Medium Market Radio, the Best of 2001 award goes to WAXX-FM Eau Claire for Interfaith Hospitality Network, written and produced by Dan Wilson, George House, and Terry West.
The Wax Candle Project asks, what is homelessness?
Well, I had the stereotype. I stereotyped everybody that went into a homeless shelter before I was in the position myself. That it was just drug addicts or alcoholics or, just somebody that just was not handling finances right or whatever.
Homelessness can happen to anybody.
Until you're in that situation and realize, we are working, we are trying. It's hard, especially for single parents with kids.
The Eau Claire Interfaith Hospitality Network, a United Way agency, serving families and single women who are temporarily homeless or at risk of homelessness. Call 715-834-HELP. The Wax Candle Project encourages you to make a difference.
Our 11th category is promotional announcement. In promotional announcement large market television, the Best of 2001 goes to WISN-TV Milwaukee for Mark Said. Terry McFarland, producer, Kip Christine, photographer, editor. In promotional announcement medium market television, the Best of 2001 award goes to WISC-TV Madison for News 3 Cyberlink. Mark Weigel, writer, producer, Lou Harrison, editor, Carleen Wild, talent. In promotional announcement small market television, the Best of 2001 is WKBT-TV La Crosse for meth promotion. Alex Knox, producer.
These are the ingredients of methamphetamine. Meth is highly toxic and highly explosive. Hi, I'm News Channel 8's Jim Winchester. Back in February, I reported on the dangerous production of methamphetamine, a new drug that's beginning to show up right here in the Cooley region.
There's enough on this table to destroy the insides of a home.
I absolutely guarantee you that there's a lot more meth labs on the Wisconsin side and the Minnesota side than we're finding.
If you have any information regarding a meth lab, I urge you to contact authorities. You could save someone's life, maybe even yours.
You could be in a motel right next to a working meth lab and wouldn't have a clue. And that's pretty frightening stuff.
Even in the city of La Crosse, I'd say you have multiple labs cooking right now at this very moment.
Let's stop methamphetamine production before it costs someone their life. And stay tuned to News Channel 8 for coverage you can count on.
In promotional announcement small market radio, the Best of 2001 award goes to WRPN-FM Ripon for Radiothon 2. Jason Fisher, writer, Adam Malsack, producer, Justin Cleveland, editor. In promotional announcement medium market radio, the Best of 2001 award goes to WAXX-FM Eau Claire for Country Jam Kumbaya, written and produced by Tim Wilson and John Murphy, produced by Tim Wilson and George House. In promotional announcement major market radio, the Best of 2001 award goes to WMGN-FM Madison for Magic 98, $98 an hour payroll. Paul Blair, producer, Pat O'Neill, writer.
Now, a rare radio appearance from Magic 98's William R. Walker.
We've owned this radio station for 42 years now. I believe we've always paid a decent wage for an hour's work. But this is ridiculous.
Thank you, sir. The $98 an hour payroll returns to Magic 98. And because you have a Magic card, you're already qualified to collect this impressive hourly wage.
$98 an hour. This is ridiculous.
Easy money while you work. From the station you listen to at work. $98 an hour.
This is ridiculous.
Madison's Magic 98.
Our final category is commercial announcement. In commercial announcement major market television, the Best of 2001 award goes to WISN-TV Milwaukee for Milwaukee County Parks Wild West Train Show. John Eddy, writer, videographer, editor. In commercial announcement small market television, The best of 2001 is WXOW-TV Lacrosse. For better bikes, for Smith Cycling and Fitness. Steve Larson, writer-director, Mitch Motes, editor. In commercial announcement, Medium Market Television. The best of 2001 award goes to WMTV Madison for telephone repair service. Fix your phone? Norm Lorenz and Pete Calgaro, producers.
Hello, hey, hey! Yeah, it's under control.
Problems with your telephone? Call Telephone Repair Service.
Don't forget that meeting on Thursday morning at 9 o'clock, and I won't be in the office until 2.
Hey, what are you doing?
I gotta send a fax.
Need more phone lines? Call Telephone Repair Service. Quality service, reasonable rates for home or office, repairs, new installation, or upgrades, including DSL. Call today. Find out what we can do for you. Telephone Repair Service, TRS Datacom. You never know when you'll need us.
In commercial announcement, Major Market Radio. The Best of 2001 award goes to WTMJ-AM Milwaukee for Al and George W. Jim Gillis, writer-producer. In commercial announcement, Medium Market Radio. The Best of 2001 award goes to WAPL-FM Appleton for South Doors Snow Travelers. Steve Schwinn, writer, Kramer, producer. In commercial announcement, Small Market Radio. The Best of 2001 award goes to WBWI-FM West Bend for Hammer Toes, Reader Podiatry, Fuzz Martin, writer-producer.
Check this out, ingrown toenail.
Yeah, well, get a load of this. Ooh. That's right, a bunion and some nasty calluses.
That's nothing, boys. Check this out.
Huh? Oh.
Uh-huh. Nail fungus, a corn, a few warts, and a bad case of hammer toes.
Ooh, you need to see Dr. Reader right away.
Yeah, sounds like we're all in the right place.
When your feet are suffering, head to Reader Podiatry. For an appointment, call 338-0901. Reader Podiatry, 626 Cedar Street, West Bend.
Thank you for joining us for the 2001 Excellence in Broadcasting Awards. Once again, we would like to thank Miller Brewing Company for making this afternoon's program possible. And we look forward to seeing you again next year. And now, a special salute to all who shared their excellence in broadcasting, and congratulations from your peers to all 2001 Excellence in Broadcasting Awards winners.